Here it is. Here it is. So there it is. Roll up, ladies and gentlemen. One man went to mow. There it is. Here it is. Here I am. Hope you are there. The session has commenced and your company is required. That thing that we do round about this time is being done exactly at this time. So if you are available, then spend however long the session lasts with us. One man went to mow. The eagle has landed.
Another Savior, holy, 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 Adimebujuku. Another Savior, holy, 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 Adimebujuku.
Well, this is Mobien. This is dedicated to the gallant heroes of the Nigerian Biafra War and IPO families all over the world. I remember the Nigerian Biafran War, in the thickness of the Biafra genocide. Hey, one man revived the vanishing hope to life. Let the great Biafran army to fight, and they were singing out, holy, 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 another great leader has risen up now. Oh, and he's leading the Biafrans to victory. Inyamadika yabika kwa namno. Hey, anamekele mazuche mefo. Manemo, it's an honor having you on board. When I'm singing along, holy, 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 holy. Is another Savior.
And there you heard it. Holy, 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 holy Nnamdi Kanu is another savior. The Igbotics from the east. So, holy, 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 holy Nnamdi Kanu is another savior. As guys, I bring you this. Governor Obiano's wife, Ebelechuku, slaps Bianca Ojukwu at Soludo's inauguration. So quite the audacity, because if you are looking for first citizens in the Igbo space, they don't get more prestige than the Ojukwu name. Ojukwu now gone leaving his widow behind, who has been holding that space, an ambassador no less. Obiano's wife, of course, no matter what, I don't even know what she is, apart from being the wife of some looter. But that seems to sufficiently embolden her. Governor Obiano's wife, Ebele Chukwu, slaps Bianca Ojukwu at Soludo's inauguration. So we have a little clip of that doesn't especially capture it fully, but it just gives you a feel of what transpired. I am sorry for your suffering. No fuel, no electricity, Buhari tells Nigerians. But it is not the apology, of course, that we are after. It is more a resignation because if you are sorry for that, then what about the killings? What about the poverty? What about the lack of naira? There was a lady she's a manufacturer, and she submitted to get $450,000 to procure equipment from abroad. Her own money wanted to buy foreign currency to create an industry in the Nigerian space. Do you know what they gave this woman for the 450,000 American dollars that she requested? $200. She requested $450,000 to purchase, and they gave her $200. So apologize for that as well, and apologize for even being a human being or pretending to be one. The Aboki from Daura. So from the Aboki from Daura, let's go now to the one of the leading names within the Eastern Quarters. How can a country so rich in natural resources have 90% of its citizens living in hardship and poverty? We need to be vocal about 2023. Tony Elumelu speaks on the current state of the country. So traditionally, people of this of this echelon within society, they don't usually break cover to speak to politics or to criticize what is going on within the country. But the situation is so bad that somebody of this pedigree and of this hierarchy in society has felt the need to break cover to alarm. And he alarms, how can a country so rich in natural resources have 90% of its citizens living in hardship and poverty? We need to be vocal about 2023. Tony Elumelu speaks on the current state of the country. So quite what has jarred him to the sense that he felt the need to break cover, we'll find out soon enough. What is Oshibanjo going to do differently from Buhari? He stood and watched Nigerians suffer for 8 years and did nothing. Filmmaker Imo Umore. So that is what he is saying, and so say all of us. What's Oshibanjo going to do different from Buhari? He stood and watched Nigerians suffer for 8 years and did nothing. Filmmaker Imo Umore. So quite why he's well, we know why he's saying that, but how he expresses it, we find out just shortly. So the next one, Buhari apologizes. I think we've already gotten that one in one of the earlier ones, so we'll skip that. And then okay, so the remaining storylines are somewhat repetitive, so we'll skip perhaps most of them. We may or may not bring you this one. Hush Puppy still committing internet frauds inside prison. Stole $423,000, prosecutors say. So it's in the blood, and quite how he's able to do that, we don't know, but we may find out. But that's the headline regarding Hush Puppy. Hush Puppy still committing internet fraud inside prison. Stole $429,800 US, says prosecutors. So quite, who gets the blame for that even is the question, because if he's still stealing from the prisons, then really that is down to the authorities. You already know it's a fraudster, so how are you then able to, or how are you facilitating for him to still be able to do that is the question. So plenty to discuss, plenty to go through. Lean back, kick back, take it easy. Click on the like button, of course, and the subscribe button as well. That is your contribution, your participation. Doesn't cost a penny, just 2 flicks of your mouse. So as we go about the flicking, let me provide a little bit of a musical encouragement. Put on your dancing shoes as we go to the east to partake in another Python dance.
Python dance 1, Python dance 2, now Python dance 3. Unapoli Mary Nandi win the war. Python dance 1, Python dance 2, now Python dance 3. Unapoli Mary Nandi. Nnamdi bụ onye du anyị o meriwo n'izu mbiro ya Abakari Mamanda ụra unu abụghị imeri Nnamdi win the war Python dance 1 Python dance 2 na Python dance 3 unu abụghị imeri Nnamdi win the war Python dance 1 Python dance 2 na Python dance 3 unu abụghị imeri Nnamdi win the war Python dance 1 Python dance 2 na Python dance 3 unu abụghị imeri Nnamdi win the war Python dance 1 Python dance 2 na Python dance 3 unu abụghị imeri Nnamdi win the war Python dance 1 Python dance 2 na Python dance 3 unu abụghị imeri Nnamdi.
And there you heard it, the Okoros from the east. Python Dancy, they insist. So Python Dancy, as guys, I bring you this. Governor Obiano's wife, Ebelechuku, slaps Bianca Ojukwu at Soludo's inauguration. Drama ensued on Tuesday at the inauguration of Chukwuma Soludo as the governor of Anambra when wife of outgoing Governor Willie Obiano, Ebelechukwu, slapped Bianca Ojukwu at the event. The incident occurred immediately after Mr. Soludo took his oath of office. Dignitaries were already seated when Mrs. Obiano stepped in and moved to the front row where the widow of Dim, Odumegu Ojukwu, was seated and reportedly slapped her. The action drew the attention of security agents and some personalities who pulled Mrs. Obiano off the hold of Mrs. Ojukwu, who was visibly shocked by the assault. Mrs. Obiano was later taken away, and shortly afterwards, her husband left the venue since the incident happened after the new governor had been sworn in. So there he is. He came in as an Agbero and he leaves as an Agbero. So this is the goings on now. But what will be the consequences of that? Is she able to just go on and slap no less a figure than Bianca Ojukwu in a public space at a public event and just walk away just scot-free? Is that possible? We'll see how that plays out, but let's just give you a feel of what went down there. You might not see the actual slap, but this was the kerfuffle that ensued.
Shut down. I did hear everybody.
So that was the Agbero, former first lady of whichever state. Is it Anambra State? So the former Agbero. Imagine that. Slapping anybody unacceptable, but Bianca Ojukwu. You know, you don't get more senior within Anambra than Bianca Ojukwu. The audacity of it. But does she walk away scot-free? Is the question. So there it is right there, going on. They came in and left just like tout that they are. I am sorry for your suffering. No fuel, no electricity, Malam Buhari tells Nigerians. I deeply regret the inconvenience caused Nigerians following a prolonged shortage of petroleum product, something that our administration has successfully averted in our 7 years in office. This administration knows the fuel shortage has placed a strain on Nigerian citizens and businesses, but relief is on the way. I especially apologize to all sections of society for this. But then, of course, the Minister of Petroleum must resign his portfolio. That is the barest minimum. The government is working round the clock to attend to this issue. An action plan agreed upon earlier this month is being implemented to address the scarcity. Working together with Major Oil Marketers Association of Nigeria and the Independent Petroleum Marketers Association of Nigeria, this plan is now bearing fruit. Sufficient fuel supply has returned to a handful of states, with the queues at stations falling. In the coming days, we expect this to be the case across the rest of the country. Looking to the longer term, funds are being targeted towards keeping fuel available and affordable for the country. The international energy market have surged drastically in recent months. The government will, however, ensure that consumers are protected against these price spikes. I have received information that some people are not behaving properly at the depots and amongst owners of petrol stations. And in this regard, I have directed the Ministry of Petroleum Resources, the Nigerian Midstream and Downstream Petroleum Regulatory Authority, the NNPC, and the entire security apparatus of the nation to take a strong action against those responsible. On the issue of electricity blackout being experienced across the nation, the blackouts seen in the national grid are also being addressed. A dip in hydroelectric generation due to seasonal pressure has coincided with technical and supply problems at terminal stations. On this, the government is also working tirelessly to resolve the issues at these stations to guarantee sufficient power flow into the national grid. We have identified the main challenges as being one of low gas power generation as a result of sabotage of gas pipelines, leading to the shutdown of power plants. This, in addition to ongoing routine maintenance on other gas power plants. Action have since been agreed upon between the players in the Nigerian electricity supply industry and also NNPC with the target of recovering over 1,000 megawatts. So far, the restoration to the grid of 375 megawatts has been achieved following successful repairs to critical pipelines. I am pleased to add that a USD $5 million gas supply agreement is being finalized to secure the availability and sustainability of up to 800 megawatts of underutilized national integrated power project capacity. I have no doubt that all these efforts and solutions will bear fruit very soon. Signed, Mohamedu Buhari. So he apologizes for being an abject failure in categorically everything, but we have not heard the apology regarding the insecurity, the falling economy, the bad rulership, the nepotism, the cronyism, and all of the isms in between. So apologize for the petrol and the electricity, but it's not even an apology that we want, it's consequences that we do want. Because this has gone on for long enough. So we don't want apologies, we want consequences. You promised us that you were bringing change, and things have worsened under your administration. So that is Malam Buhari now apologizing for no fuel, no electricity. But what about the people being killed? Where is their apology? How can a country so rich in natural resources have 90% of its citizens living in hardship and poverty? We need to be vocal about 2023. Tony Elumelu speaks on the current state of the country. Nigerian economist and philanthropist Tony Elumelu has commented on the current state of the country. He recounted how he listened to his colleagues at the office bemoan the pressuring issues they face in the country, which include no electricity for 5 days. Let me start that entirely all over again. Nigerian economist and philanthropist Tony Elumelu has commented on the current state of the country. He recounted how he listened to his colleagues at the office bemoan the pressuring issues they face in the country, which include no electricity for 5 days, hike in the price of diesel, frightening food inflation, and many others, outlining the need to be vocal about the forthcoming 2023 general election. Elemelu wondered why a country that is so rich in natural resources has 90% of its citizens living in hardship and poverty, insisting that evil prevails when people are silent. The economist added that in 2023, Nigeria must be on a strong trajectory for progress and development. Elemelu, who pointed out that all producing countries are smiling as their foreign reserves are currently rising, stated that we need to hold our leaders accountable. He wrote, "This morning, I am listening to my colleagues at the office bemoan the very pressuring issue that they face every day in this country and how things have been getting worse and worse. No electricity for 5 days, hike in the price of diesel, frightening food inflation, etc. How can a country so rich in natural resources have 90% of its citizens living in hardship and poverty? I have often said that access to electricity is critical to our development, elevation from poverty, and hardship. And speaking of security, our people are afraid. Businesses are suffering. How can we be losing over 95% of our oil production to thieves? Look at the Bonny terminal that should be receiving over 200k barrels of crude daily. Instead, it receives less than 3,000 barrels, leading to the operator Shell to declare force majeure. Uh, we are paying taxes. Why are we paying taxes if our security agencies can't stop this? It is clear that the reason Nigeria is unable to meet its OPEC production quota is not because of low investment, but because of theft, pure and simple. Meanwhile, all producing countries are smiling as their foreign reserves are rising. What is Nigeria's problem? We need to hold our leaders more accountable. Elections are coming. Security and resources need to be everybody's agenda. Let's be vocal for our nation's priority. Evil prevails when good people are silent. We need to be vocal about 2023. Let's focus on Nigeria. Demand and advocate for leaders that deliver. In 2023, Nigeria must be on a strong trajectory for progress and development. So that is the sound of fed upness. And this guy, by the way, he's not especially affected by anything. He's not relying on the national grid. He has 24-hour electricity that he has provided for himself. He's not relying on your barrel, so they deliver his own petrol to him at home. So he speaks only to speak to the suffering of the people. He is all right. He's a dollar billionaire 10 times over. And if Nigeria gets too hot, he'll just move to another mansion in any location of his choice where he has property spread right across the world. So he's not speaking to his own self interest, he is speaking for you. And if people like that are speaking, then you know that the suffering has now gone past the pain threshold. So the suffering has gone past the pain threshold for Nigerians. What is Oshibanjo going to do different from Buhari? He stood and watched Nigerians suffer for 8 years and did nothing. Filmmaker Imo Umore. Filmmaker Imo Umore has reacted to report of Vice President Yemi Oshibanjo having plans to run for the 2023 presidency. The filmmaker, who asked what the vice president would do differently from his principle should he be elected, accused Oshibanjo of allegedly sitting back and doing nothing whilst Nigerians suffered for 8 years. What is Oshibanjo going to do different from Buhari? Honestly, I don't get it. And the influx of young people Rooting for Oshibanjo is shocking. Religion perhaps. Look, bro, what is the reason? Man stood there and watched Nigerians suffer for 8 years and did nothing. So there it is, right there. It's just the travesty of it, the death of anything to vest hope on within the Nigerian space. Is the real killer. So we land on this now Hush Puppy story, and then we come into the room to see if there's anybody there to take it on. Hush Puppy still committing internet fraud inside prison, stole $429,800. You says prosecutors. Fresh charges are being slammed on infamous internet fraudster Rahman Hushpuppi Abbas by the United States prosecutor, accusing him of committing fraud and laundering over $400,000 whilst in prison. On Wednesday, U.S. prosecutors presented documents before the United States District Court of California with fresh evidence indicating Mr. Abbas committed fraud and money laundering at the United States Federal Correctional Facility. The document said Mr. Abbas was involved in the purchase and laundering of economic impact payment debit cards obtained from stolen data of U.S. citizens and residents. According to the prosecutors, inmates are allowed access to phone calls, video calls, the internet, are exempt from being monitored to protect their right to privacy. However, between January the 28th and March the 4th, security officers at the correctional facility observed that Mr. Abbas had gone beyond allowed internet use. In light of the internet based crime Mr. Abbas was tried for, a warrant to record his activity was obtained and his activities were recorded for a week. It was found that Mr. Abbas had purchased 58 EIP debit cards from an underground cybercriminal marketplace, Stimulus Cards, worth $429,000. The economic impact payment are financial support offered by the United States government to United States residents to the CARES Act. Mr. Abbas, sorry, the economic impact payments are financial support offered by the United States government to United States residents according to the CARES Act. Mr. Abbas, whose sentencing was postponed till July, pleaded guilty to multi-million dollar fraud charges as part of a plea bargain he entered with the United States authority. The 37-year-old had been arrested in Dubai in June 2020 and extradited to the United States, where he has been facing charges of corruption in Central California. So there it is right there. It is just deep-seated and deep-rooted within the guy's DNA. So there it is right there. Adale Koko, I see you. The guy who can never change you. Even in American prison, he's still finding a way to carry on $400,000 just within the short period that they've locked him up for. Hush Puppy, that guy is in his DNA, I suspect.
Yeah, it's truly in his DNA. You cannot stop it as long as you can have access to computer. Man, that guy will do his job.
This is it now. It's actually what makes him tick, I think it's beyond the money. I think he's in it for the game. I think it's more for the game that he's doing it,
Yeah, so, but the good thing about the way they operate the prison system is that even when they give you such when they give you access to such things, they monitor you as well. So he is so dumb. He thought that you can be doing that thing and he get away. He didn't know that everything that is doing online they are monitoring him. So and they knew we was gonna do it, and
Yes, now,
I
because
believe
they brought him in for
they
internet fraud
wanted
now,
to
so
yeah, they wanted to make sure that they get more charges against him so that they can slam him in jail for more years. So he's so dumb, and it's just so dumb. It's not a smart. He thought he's smart. He didn't know that.
It's a historic dump. Historic dump. That Hush Puppy.
He's so
historic dump. I've never seen a guy like that.
Yeah.
it is dumb. The guy is in prison for 1 year. He's made $400,000. How much have you made in 1 year, Igbo?
Just imagine you that is making so huge amount of money went and stay in Dubai doing what? And you know that this is
he wants to
money
chill with the big boys now. He
you are
wants to chill with
cornering
the
this
big
money
boys.
from the internet.
You know what killed that?
Nigeria?
You know what killed that guy? It's not living in Dubai. It's Instagram. It was the showing off that killed him. You know, because if he had quietly just been stealing his money and just quietly go and live in Banana Island, describe himself as a business. How many of them are in Banana Island claiming they are businessmen? They're all 419 now, but he was making too much noise.
Because they catch the Hush Puppy. There are a lot of Hush Puppy in that Banana Island. Yes, of course. He just exposed himself across the world. Behave as if that guy is dumb according to Adam Koko, Ajale Koko. He's dumb. It's the highest level of dumb. I've not seen that kind of dumb before. Believe me, in Nigeria.
He's so dumb, and he was showing up, like you said, one man on the internet, on Instagram, everything. You are not doing any business. You knew it was this internet fraud you are doing, and you are showing off online.
You know what really irritates me, Ajanle Koko? When they ask them what the source of wealth is, they will say it is God. What does that mean? It is God. it is God.
Manna from heaven.
Manna from heaven. It is God. It is God that put $100 million in your account. I go to church too.
So he just got himself in more trouble, and he's going to spend more years in jail for this, and for what he has done now. He is going to deny himself a lot of right that he deserves. That's the way the system works. They will deny him for some of his rights for many years, except they notice that until they can see that he has changed his behavior, then they can give him some little right again, and he can graduate from there up to meet up. So he's done. He put himself in more trouble, and he just got to suffer for his criminality.
Okay, talking about suffering from criminality, the wife of Ojukwu certainly suffered. There she was in celebration of an APGA victory, the party that her husband created, and she's holding steady. So there she is, lay in the front row like a proud mom. Up pops an Agbero by the name of Mrs. Obiano, and the slaps were dished out. Did you see the clip? Have you heard the narrative? That the Obiano's wife just went straight up to Bianca Ojukwu, and started to slap her. Have you ever heard of such a thing?
Can you show us the clip?
Huh?
Can you show us the clip?
Yeah, I can show you the clip, but okay, let me show you the clip then if you want to see that first. But you may not see it fully though, but this is what transpired. I hope I don't get kicked off.
Shut down. I did here. Everybody.
So there it is. They did not quite show the slaps being landed, but that was what they captured. But there it is.
Well, I don't want us to believe that. I don't want us to believe that now, since we have not seen the video.
No, the video captured it up to that point. It's reported all over the media space that she was exported.
We saw a lady walking towards somebody, but we didn't see her slap her now. But
yeah, we don't have to see her slap her now when the witnesses were there. Did you not hear the guy say, cut it away, cut it away? So I think they cut it away just If you,
Okay.
if,
Let us,
hold on. You said the guy said,
Shut down. I did hear everybody. I did hear everybody.
anyway, that's the clip being circulated online to back up the story, and you could
let,
say the guy say shut it down or something, but that's the narrative.
okay. That is ridiculous. That's so ridiculous, and that's so embarrassing. Why must she? Why would it have done that? What was it that Ojukwu wife has done to her that make her to take that kind of ridiculous action? It's so embarrassing. It just tells us that, you see, the wife of some of our people or politicians in power, they see themselves as the wife of God as well, and they believe they can do whatever they like and they can get away with it. So I think she's power drunk, and
Do you think she's pained that she's leaving the state house? Obviously, she knows what the consequences are. All the madam, Mrs. First Lady, everybody kowtowing, the dobale, all that is gone now. You go to the shops yourself, you do your own cooking, you run your own children to school, and you fend for yourself. Go and ask Patience Jonathan. Where are all these people? When it's your birthday, everybody takes out an advert in the paper. So that our dear first lady, you are like a mother to us, so kind, so beautiful. All that is gone. All that is gone.
Yeah. Yeah, I believe before she took that embarrassing action, a lot of things must have built up to that. I remember some times ago that Ojuku's wife was very critical of the administration, of Obiano administration, and Ojukwu wife came out and attacked the administration for trying to change the name of their husband as the founder of the party to Obiano party, so a lot of things are built up to that. And women, they couldn't most of the time they can't control themselves. They are too emotional. They can take some irrational action sometimes, So she didn't act well, to act maturely as the first lady. But like you said, she, maybe before that time, that one must have done something that she didn't like to her, and she feel, let me go and respond and just attack her. And it's so embarrassing. I don't know why she has to do that, but she just ridiculed herself. And for us to fully believe that story, Bianca Ojukwu, I would like her, to take legal action against her.
Do you think she will, though?
She should take a legal action against her so that they can.
If she slapped her, she should do that. Yes.
Legal action against her.
All right. I think I've actually got it from an even better angle, which shows even more. I hope this shows it even better, and I hope I don't get kicked off now. Let's see. So then she is going up to Ojukwu's wife. And then you almost see the fight break out. So there she is. The one in pink is the governor's wife, and that is Ojukwu's wife in brown. And you can see the fight. Did you see that? So you see, so there it is. So there it is.
Yeah, that is so ridiculous.
Very disrespectful.
I would like
Are you there?
Yeah.
Okay, I think we've lost Ajale Koko somewhere.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, better now. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I would like her to take a legal action against her, so that will serve as a deterrent to others, and that can she can expose her more. That's the best thing she could do. She have to take her to court over this. Is that is battery or is an assault, public assault, or what? How do we call that? Yeah. So
battery and assault. Yes.
An assault. So she can. She should, it's in the, I mean, a lot of witnesses.
It's even a criminal act. So it's outside of Bianca Ojuko's largesse. This is a police matter. It's not even as in the police witness state, so they must take action.
Yeah. So she should, she should take her to court and embarrass her as well, because what she did, she thought she could embarrass Bianca, but Bianca should go and embarrass her at the law court. And
but the way it was going, though, it looks as though Bianca was ready to take her down. From that clip, Bianca is a very big
tall,
girl.
She's a very tall lady. Yes. Yeah. A lot of things are built up to that, I believe. So
you see when she comes up to her and then she confronts her, and then Bianca then stands up and then she launches at her, but you can see that Bianca repositions then just to take her down. So she launches at her, and then you see her reposition, ready to take her down. Look at that. You see? Oh my goodness me. Look at that. Rascality.
That's embarrassing. Governor's wife. The last days of leaving the office, she's so mad she cannot.
And that is now what they will remember them for.
And that is what they will remember her for. That Agbero, governor's wife. She's the one. I don't know if you have noticed several times. She came to US to take a jab, a COVID jab, and she was showing it on Instagram. She was doing all this nonsense. I said, look at this. You can't take your job. Your husband is serving in Nigeria. You can't take your job in Nigeria. You are coming to US to take it, and because maybe she's United States citizen or maybe residence, I don't know, and the husband, and so taking job and you are showing it online on Instagram and showing off over that. It's just highly irresponsible, and that is what she demonstrated here again, that she's not a responsible lady. And she just went on the last. What she did, she just embarrassed her husband, embarrassed herself, embarrassed her family, embarrassed everything in totality about them.
She did not embarrass Bianca Ojukwu, because she stood steady. She stood up to her. She faced her down, and she was removed. The governor's wife. So she just made a fool. She made a fool of herself.
That's what I'm saying.
Make a fool of Ojukwu's wife.
She embarrassed herself, her husband. They have everything they stand for. It just shows that they are irresponsible. Because a mother is supposed to be a responsible woman now. A mother, a first lady, particularly, the position of your husband, and you are going to hit somebody in public. Do you know? I believe a lot of things will come out. We come out after this about their staff, people working after them. People will start saying a lot of things about her,
about the woman,
about the woman. I mean,
yes.
that is her character. That is who she is. She must have been.
That's how she run the government house, by slapping.
Yes, now every staff, every special assistant gets slapped, driver gets slapped, cook gets slapped, everybody gets slapped. It's unbelievable.
That's
it's so ridiculous.
All right, it's a joke. But Ajale Koko, let me take you back to go on.
Ojukwu should take her to court and go and embarrass her there. That is what I will recommend to Ojukwu. She should not take it lightly. She should just take her to court. Just to show that yes, you cannot do that kind of mess to anybody, even if it's low.
Because they do it so casually. They will slap you, and then you will go on your knees and beg them for forgiveness.
And beg them.
This is going on in Nigeria. They will slap you in a shopping mall. They will slap you on the streets. They will slap you in the office. They will slap you anywhere.
Everywhere.
And and if you put your hand up, they will beat you down and slap you down. Why are you covering your face when I'm slapping? This is just the barbarism. It's
Yes.
just savagery, you know.
Yes.
These are senior people.
No, they are not
Whatever, even
responsible.
if she's a wife, but she has been in the culture long enough, in the hierarchy long enough to know
Yes.
culture.
Yeah.
You are the first couple of your state to
Yeah.
live
First
an
class.
exemplary life, especially in public.
Yeah.
And then you go to the inauguration of a
Uh-huh.
handover to go and slap the wife of the founder of your party.
Mm-hmm.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, she's not happy that they are leaving power, and they try to take that on the anchor.
Look at that. Look at that. Okay, let's go on to matters even more tragic. I am sorry for your suffering. No fuel, no electricity. Buhari apologizes to Nigerians. So no fuel, no electricity, you are suffering. But what about everything else now? What about everything else, Ajanle Koko?
Well, this should tell us something. This should be a message to us that these people that are too old to know what is going on around them, this is the way they will govern the country. Like Bola Tinubu, that these people are parading around now. People that are too old, people that cannot really know what is going on around them. There's nothing they can do. The best they can do is what he has done. And the only thing that he can do is what he's doing now, saying, okay, I'm sorry for what is happening. What else will he do? He can't do better than that. But it's we, the people, that need to, look at who we are voting for, vote for the right candidate that is healthy, is younger, is agile, is a forthright and a forward-looking leader. People that can visionary.
I'm sorry enough. Is this what we want to hear? I'm sorry. Nobody cares if you are sorry or not.
Yeah.
You know, you've not demonstrated capacity for the job for one moment, and you've clung on to it, rigging and killing people and just facilitating for looting, and you certainly looting yourself, and you have robbed the country to collapse, and now you are saying you're sorry. No food, no electricity, no petroleum, bad road, insecurity. These are not things that I'm making up now. This is the lived reality of anybody that is in the four corners, lives within the four corners of Nigeria. And you're coming to say you're sorry. Are you all right? What we are sorry about? Get out.
This is what.
One man, respect your president, I beg you. You just made me laugh so hard.
This is what APC has given to Nigeria. People should see that from the angle of their party. This is what they have given us. All of them that surround this man, that are around him for these 8 years, nobody talk. Every one of them, we can agree that they aided this man, they abetted him to perpetrate this criminality against the country.
These people, they are all
we have to take all of them responsible. It is, huh?
They are all
what do you say,
these people, all of them are talk. APC
they are all talks. It's still back with the Bianca story. Look at Ego is on mental delay. We've gone past that story. We're in another story now. Ego, look at that. Carry on, Ajanle Koko. Ego, you know, I think Ego, he sparks up from sleep and just say blah 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 blah, and then oh God. But back to you, Ajanle Koko. Have we lost Ajanle Koko as well? Okay. Can anybody? Carry on. Yes, Ingo just interceded with whatever it is that you just said. But carry on.
Yeah. So all of them are around this man for 7 years now. They couldn't stop him. He is running a nation, not their party. If it's their party is running like this and they allow it, that is good. But it's running a nation. All of you sworn to the constitution of the country that, yes, we are going to deliver for this country. So they allow this man to take this country down. Do we think that, why should we vote for this party again? All of them are responsible for what this man have done. That is the way we can punish these people that have destroyed this country. Returning anyone from this party to power again is giving them more power to continue to destroy this country.
It's an act of self-harm. It's self-harming.
I said it will be a suicide to Nigeria.
It will be a suicide for Nigeria to anybody, whether it is Oshibajo or Tinubu or this party. We must kill it in that country.
Otherwise, it will kill us.
Otherwise, this party will kill us.
Okay.
This party will kill us. It is the party that governs the country. It is not. It is not only Buhari that is responsible. It's just number one. People surround him, and they were doing it together. They hold meeting. They listen. They do federal executive meeting. They listen to people around the country. They come there, they cannot tell him the truth. Mr. President, this cannot work like this. If all of them are standing up against him that, oh no, we can't do it like this. We are running the country down. The insecurity is not good. If all of them are talking, this man will have done something better or do something different. But they allow him, they were pushing him because all of them were making money out of it. While the nation is going down, the corrupt practices, they perpetrated it, and all of them were making good money. So, look, this man must, all of them, we have to put these people into trial after leaving office. We have, Nigerians must stand up against them for their irresponsibility, for not providing security for the country, for their irresponsibility for everything that they have done wrong for that country. They must not be allowed to go free with it. It is just unbelievable, killing across the country because of their incompetence, their irresponsibility, and their bad governance. We must not let them go free. It is time, this 2023, if Nigerians fail again to vote for
even the rigging must not be allowed. Even the rigging must not be allowed. We must not be allowed. It must not be allowed now. Kilo day now.
Everything has collapsed.
No food, no electricity, no security, nothing. People are cannibalizing themselves, and you are going to London munching on toothpicks, telling them you are sorry there's no petrol. What will you come on, man? You cannot do
any
that,
little thing. They are all in London. Tinubu will be in London. Toronto will be in London. Rufai is going to be in London. Bia Manabuni in the United Arab Emirates for medical treatment. And they failed to put
what about Silifa in Oshodi? What about her medical needs? She's a Nigerian too.
They just don't care.
What about Amaka in Abakaliki? Does she not have medical needs? She's a Nigerian too. What are you talking about? The president is in London for his medical checkup. I'm with there for 2 weeks.
Look at the wife. Look at the first lady. The first lady is living in Dubai. The first lady is living in Dubai.
Since 2015. And then she'll be talking about better life for Nigerian women from Dubai. Why don't you be there to give them the better life? You punk. You're not man. Yeah. Let's hear from you. Go on.
Yeah. You're telling your president to get out. When are you going back to Nigeria again for visit? Let me ask you.
I have no business.
You're telling him get out.
Don't worry.
Hey, my God.
Don't worry.
Even
Buhari cannot kill somebody twice.
You're telling him get out now on YouTube when you see him at the airport now. I'm just joking. Anyways, how is it possible that we can stop them from rigging election? You said we need to stop them rigging election. Is that possible? How is that possible? When they stop, they refuse electronic voting.
You will not be able to rig go because you cannot kill everybody.
It's not possible not to rig election in Nigeria. One man.
Okay, we will see now. We will see.
It's not possible. Was it not someone here that was trying to paint the picture that there is corruption in the minds of certain people, not everyone in Nigeria? And then if A wants a fair election, maybe Z might not want it. You know, one apple that doesn't want it has already corrupted the whole thing. It's already spoiled the whole thing. So we need, more than a revolution. I don't know how this is going to happen, but that country is a mess. That's all I want.
But that is what I'm saying to you, though, that this time around, even the rigging, you know, will not do it. You know, because the people are at the brink now. The people are at the brink now. The people are at the brink. They've
we are all tired.
The price of petroleum in just about the space of 6 months is gone up almost 5 times. You know, the price of
not petroleum, just that, one man. Look at the kind of
food, no electricity, bad road.
What about bad water? Because water is very important in health. And one man, water is really important in the health of people, especially children. How can people be drinking poisoned water? Look at the water around the where they're mining. So polluted, a lot of pollution. You know, causing health hazards to people in the country.
What do you mean? How does sorry cut it? Is this sorry that what does
do you know how many children? One minute, calm down. Do you know how many children that must have died by contracting disease born in waterborne diseases? You know, in different forms. It's really shameful. They've got all the resources. Mismanagement, high corruption, you know, greed to the highest level. And still, now he's saying sorry. He's not sorry. He's just mocking us.
Yes, that's mocking, you know. That's not sorry now. What does sorry mean? Nobody wants to hear that. That will even annoy people even more that you are saying sorry. It better not say anything. I am annoyed and I don't even live there. But Ajanle Koko.
Well, we have seen it all, except we are doing people will want to vote for APC again. It's just alarming that everything is collapsing right in front of us. We are seeing it. The currency is collapsing fast. Indebtedness is killing the country.
Where's the sorry for that? Where's the sorry for everything?
Yeah, indebtedness of Nigeria now is killing the country. Don't know how to pay. They don't know how to pay the money back, and they are saying they are still going to borrow money. To pay.
You cannot buy dollars anymore because there's no dollars. Some manufacturer was narrating she wanted to buy dollars to import something for her business manufacturing to create employment. She went to the banks to buy $450,000. You know how much they gave her? $200.
That's what they don't have it. They don't have forex.
Yeah, you are sorry.
They don't have forex.
You know there's an oil boom. You know there's an oil boom going on now with this Ukrainian crisis. There's a
real and they boom. Steal all this dollar put in their house. So they have the dollars in their house.
Yes, you agree with Igo there. They stole everything.
But in their house.
He's there for their house.
Adale Koko. You know the fault also will put the fault at the doorstep of people like one man. You know, one man. Let me finish. Let me finish. You see, when we were suggesting Sowore and the like, it is people like one man that will be knocking it down. No. Well, it's people like one man. It is not affecting them. That's why they're coming.
Different person entirely. Nigeria should just decide on a different person.
A different person, because we don't need somebody who is a politician. We need somebody who is from outside the box. When we suggested Sowore, people like one man, all of them, they will say, no, we don't trust him, we don't do this. Look at it. The problem is not hitting everybody's doorstep. The middle class
Nobody
now.
said
They
they don't trust him. It's just
them.
not good enough. Traore is no better than
Okay.
Buhari now. It's just the same. But let's not do Traore
That is
this
one
time
man.
around.
That is one man for you now. That is one man for you. That's one man with his wala now.
We're talking about grown-up stuff. You are talking
Hello.
about Traore. Is Traore a grown-up?
Hello, woman.
Is Traore a grown-up? Traore is not a grown-up now.
Hello, woman.
Yes.
Can I interject?
Yeah, good to have you. Is that Ile Sami? Ile Sami, yes.
Yes.
Good to have
I'm so happy to join you this afternoon. I've always been busy. I'm in Finland, by the way.
Oh, good. Well, Japan still beats you, though. We have a man in Japan, but carry on.
Yeah. I'm in Sweden. We will relate very soon. I like to relate people around me.
Yes, the almighty Ajanle Koko. I really appreciate you. I'm here too.
How you doing?
I just want to quickly add to what was it Ejiro that was saying about Traore. You see what is going on right now. That country, among all the contestants, apart from Traore, do you think anyone can really prosecute all the bad leaders that have served previously?
Well, no, it's the sad answer to that because they are all guilty of the same crime. So how can they prosecute?
But do you know that the hard truth is that Traore has this ambition to do, because he's the only one. He's the only one. He's the only one that
this afternoon.
We just need somebody to sanitize the system and then start afresh. We just
if I can interject to sanitize
it. Let's hear from Victor. Land Ilesami, go on.
Yes, I that's just the point I wanted to.
All right, thank you. We've not heard from Victor for a while. He's been traveling the world first class, but he joins us from his private jet. Victor.
All right. Okay, thank you for that wonderful introduction. So the truth is, I would never advise anybody who is going to be the next president to spend his time trying to prosecute and not prosecute people right now. You have to be alive to start doing those things. Nigeria is dying already. In Nigeria here now for the past 3-4 days, there has just not been light. Like when I say not been, you don't see it. It doesn't come for 10 seconds. You just have to run your generator. And then the fuel is still scarce in some places right now. So even right now, people are queuing already at fuel stations, especially in the evening when they come back from work. So for me, I don't think we want to waste our time trying to, first of all, for you to do effective prosecution, you have to do a lot of amendments to the Constitution. So it's not for someone whoever wants to save Nigeria now should not immediately go to start prosecuting. These politicians know how to dilly-dally. All right, this is their game. The only thing you can do is to tactically, first of all, try to get this constitution rejigged. All right, appeal to the consciences of people. Like the way I see this country now, the country is in the hands of the wicked. That's the only thing I can say.
No, it's true.
Because
it's true.
Yeah, because there are quite very simple things you can do, not even with plenty money, to just help people not to suffer. But they don't want to do it. Like, it looks like the tool they have is that subjugation, that act of keeping people in constant penury. That is the tool they have. So to help you works against them. That's what it looks like, you know. So I wouldn't want anybody, if anybody tells me their intention is to go in there, start prosecuting past leaders, then I know the person just wants to waste our time. Because in 8 years, you must have not succeeded in prosecuting 4 people.
Well, Buhari has not jailed anybody yet. He claims anti-corruption. He's not jailed a single person.
Exactly. So that would do anybody who presents a better CV. I don't know why some of these people, they've not taken time to do a homework. Maybe provide us a proposal. Like the last time Sowore, Fela Durotoye and Obi Ezekwesili them came together to do some sort of a debate to find who will go, who they'll support as president, even Kingsley Moghalu. What I expected from them to do is, okay, we are professionals from different angles, all right? Whoever wins this debate becomes the figurehead, while we support from okay, Sowore has been in the media, at least, okay, we can ask him, okay, take care of that. Obi Ezekwesili has been in the education sector, okay, handle. Then present us a proposal. This person is going to be here. This person is going to be here. Then Nigerians will look at your team and see that, okay, they have something. You understand? I think that's what a younger mind should do, and not just come out and show us that you are from South or South or North, or those North-South argument it gets me worried most times when I see young people engaging in it. Let's find a fit person. Let him give us his team. Let's evaluate their team. If it's what, then we support him. That's it.
All right.
I just want to talk to because I'm going back to work. I'm going back to work in the next minute. Yeah, I think I like what Mr. Victor said, but I think that's from an idealist point of view. Well, the reality is that people like Buhari, there are many of them. The wicked people, politicians are so many, and we might likely get another one with the way things are going. My grouse is injustice without prosecution someday, without an abrupt stop and prosecution. We are supposed to have a war against these criminals. When we say we want to remove these people and want them out at all costs, it's not because we just want to rant. The likes of IPOB that you see they are behaving somehow, it has gotten into their system because they are even killing people. We need a serious change. If we don't start to change our mentality to accept somebody from outside the box, whether it's Sowore or anybody, we are wasting our time.
No, we need somebody outside of the box, as you described it. But where is that person? Who is he? That's the question.
And is he Nigerian in spirit? Because most of these people, after that, their debate, that immediately 24 hours after the debate, all of them split and continued. Everybody wanted to be president. That's when they just stopped trusting all of them. Because I don't know, you mustn't be the president to help this country. You can help in your own capacity. Okay, Moghalu has been in the financial system for a while. Face that place. Must you be the president to be able? This is where I begin to see deception.
Is ego now? They are displaying their ego. They are peacocking. When a peacock unfurls his feather and then puts on the display, this is what they are doing now. They're just peacocks. They're just.
They should have supported.
Can I come in here?
They should have supported.
They should display their ego because that is their character. Everybody is ego-like. Can I come in? For me, instead of Tinubu, they should give Saraki the ticket of this country.
It will make a better president.
I'm telling you, Saraki will make a very wonderful president. That Bukola you see there.
Welcome.
Hold on, let it go land now. Then you come in. This is insane.
Saraki will make a wonderful president. You might say whatever you want to say, talk anything about his past, but look at the way the man coordinates himself. Yes, I know he's among those group of people, but Saraki will make a difference in this country.
I agree with you. Out of the bad choices that we have, he seems to be the peak.
He seems to be the best among the bad choices that we have.
It's not that he's not anything. It's not that he's good. It's
not
just
that
out of the bad choices.
It's a sense.
All right.
Nobody is talking about Saraki, and you mentioned. Wait, let me just say this, one man. So, thank you for.
One man, don't hide me, oh.
No, I'm coming to you after Janle Koko. But in CBD, you've been running away from us. We couldn't hear cutlass sparking since you've been away. So
No. You see, My biggest problem
he's been busy making money.
Yes, he's in Finland now with what's his name?
Poor people.
What's it called? Simon Ekpa.
Simon Ekpa.
We have to do something. So you see, one man, what I have to say is this: all these things that we are talking about, my biggest problem is the masses. The biggest problem is the masses, because these people will always be. Who is that now? That noise is too much.
No, carry on. You are the one we're listening to.
No, there's no. So my biggest problem is the masses, because all these things we are talking about, these people will never change. These people have already chosen the path. You know where the Bible says, choose life and death. These people have already chosen the path that they are going to follow all the days of their life. So the masses are the ones, because you see, these people will come now and speak and do Dobale in Lagos. There, people will do a lot of things. Before you know, everybody will start pushing the same old and just the same group of people, just different faces, the same people. So the problem is the masses. The masses. We need to decide what we want. If we want to change that country, we are the only ones that can do it.
No, I'm not sure that change. Do you know what fatalism means? Fatalism. There's a sense of surrender that it's an inevitability that things will be like this. This is what the mass have in Nigeria. They're surrendered to fatalism. Things will never change. They are surrendered to that acceptance, and that is a very big place to bring people back from. You know, they are too far done to be.
How can we surrender when we don't?
They are beyond redemption.
Of hopelessness.
It's hopelessness. They are beyond redemption.
It does not cohere, according to you, cohere.
The developed world.
Cohere.
I'm coming to you next. You have to explain your people fighting. I'm coming to you next, but carry on.
The developed world, or whatever you call them, first world, those people are still crying and shouting and trying to change things. So we that are like, we are not even halfway where they are. We are talking about we have given up, and this is where it will end. Now, someone like, for example, now people are talking. I'm even surprised. I'm hearing someone saying Saraki. What is Saraki, for goodness sake? All these people that we are mentioning. Okay, what is the thing? What is that thing that Saraki has stood for in Nigeria that we can say, oh, we want to push Saraki to do?
It was Saraki that frustrated the first term of this leader. It was Saraki that defeated President Buhari in his first tenure in office. He produced more than 10 bills from the Senate. He didn't sign anyone. Maybe one passed among the 10. That means a lot. Not this rubber stamp we have now. Anything the president pushed there, they sign it to the detriment of the populace of this country. Were you not there when Saraki was the Senate president? Don't you see his performance? What are we talking about?
Calm down. So now, what among those 10 bills you're talking about, he pushed? Please, can you mention just one or two that was going to affect?
Are you a stranger? Are you not in this country? Don't you witness his 4 years as a Senate president? Must I mention for you? Meaning you are not following up. I can't come here and educate you on that.
What is the bill that he pushed that could have made any significance?
When he was a Senate president, tell us that you were not following up his leadership. If you follow up his leadership, you will know that even Buhari cried. Buhari cried and lamented.
Okay, mention one. Don't mention two. Mention one.
The leadership of Saraki and Dagora should be questioned. Why? Because they are rejecting all those one-sided bills.
Calm down. You will have blood pressure. Calm down. Calm down.
My pressure is already high, Saraki.
You know, good now.
That's what I'm asking. He pushed bill. Tell me, just mention one bill that he pushed that could have changed or impacted the life of the masses in a positive way. Because we are not talking about Saraki because he has problem with
Buhari. Mr. Man, listen carefully. I didn't say Saraki pushed bill. I said the bills that was sent to Saraki by this sitting president Buhari, more than 10 bills, all of them were rejected by the Senate under the leadership of Saraki. Are you getting what I'm saying? No, this rubber stamp law, everything they give
Saraki promoted the Too Young to Run bill. He promoted that.
Too young to okay, we thank him. So, but my point is this: what I'm trying to say is this. Let us, if you ask me politically, the only person I can see any good thing coming out from it to lead that country, of course, Showore, I don't think they will. There's a lot of other things that that is
Kingsley
coming with him.
Moghalu. Just take us there, Kingsley
No,
Moghalu.
no. I don't know if he's even running. What's his name? Peter Obi. That's the only person that I can think of. Peter Obi, or even Wike. As much as I don't like Wike, if Wike is there right now,
just tell the Igbo person it is what you are talking about, really.
wait. You want to go? If you like, you can go there. There's no problem.
All
But
right,
my point is this.
there now, but
Listen. My point is this. Peter Obi is the only person that I can see transforming that country. And if any of you want to be honest with yourself, you know that that's the only man that is capable. Even Wike, as much as I don't like Wike, if they put Wike there today, I will still support him because the man also have the desire to do, even if he's going to become I know he has these tendencies of becoming someone like a godfather or whatever, like
Tinubu.
But the man also have Tinubu. Where is the result? It's just Jagaban. Oh, he's controlling everybody in the southwest. Is that the achievement? Someone like Wike, at least you will see projects, you will see things that he's doing. So even if he wants to be doing the Jagaban also, at least we will see project. But if you're talking about someone that can transform that country immediately, is someone like Peter Obi. So all these other things we are beating around the bush, talking story, Saraki, and all these things we are talking about, what is it called? The change or whatever. The people themselves need to ask themselves. Because me, I have more problem. The problem I have is with the people mostly. Because now when you see people come out and tomorrow the other ones will come bring their tribalism, bring everything, they'll tell you no, that these people want this and that and that and that. So that's why I'm looking at the whole thing as the number one problem we're having for now is people coming together and understanding that it is the people versus bad leadership, not anything that has to do with tribe. And if you see people that are capable, that can do it from any tribe, you support them. Where is Roman?
No. I'm just waiting for the penny to drop. The inherent hypocrisy in what you're saying. You're asking for a detribalized space, giving us a list of just a choice of Igbo names to be president.
So that's why, because you choose to look at it from that angle. If all the competent people are from the Igbo space, why would I not mention their names?
All right, there it is. But Fashola is not competent, Abi.
Is Fashola running?
Is Peter Obi running? Is Peter Obi running?
Is he not under? Is he not the same? Is he not still under the same influence of your Jagaban?
Is Peter Obi not under the influence of Atiku?
Of who? Which Atiku?
Is Atiku not his daddy? Is Atiku not his daddy?
Let's talk about the space that we already know that is established. No, we are not talking about a possibility or assumptions or all these things.
But Peter Obi has said he's not running now, so why are you forcing his hand? It says unless they give it to Igbo, he's not running. So,
of course, unfortunately, all these other people that are from other, why can't you give it to Igbo in the first place? If that is
where give it to Igbo? I thought you said the best person should have it.
Of the best people now are Igbos.
So why don't they put themselves forward rather than it be gifted to them?
And I'm telling you, as long as you guys continue this, your what is it called? Is it Igbophobia or tribalism or whatever? You will cry. People will continue crying in that country. They will cry forever, or they will cry until everybody becomes agitators.
All right.
So, one man.
Yeah, they come in vain.
Good afternoon, everybody, and good afternoon to our listeners. You see, someone was saying something that Saraki will do a lot, to change. Under what foundation is Saraki going to work? Under what foundation? Under what foundation will P2B work? Under what foundation? Is it the same old foundation that has been there before? That makes people to fix round holes on round pegs on square holes?
Is that the same structure, the same a foundation that they are going to, the foundation that has never worked since 1978 to date, with the one they have given, they gave 1999? Is that the one that is going to work in Nigeria of this nature, with all the, let me say, with all the things that is happening in that country now? Since the time I lived in Nigeria for over 30-something years, I've never seen Nigeria so divided as it is now. Nigeria is porous, so divided. People are being registered. Foreigners are being registered into your system. Is that the same structure that is going to work? One man, have you looked at the amended constitution that is coming out now? That if someone speaks your language, it means that that person is indigenous to your land. Is that what you are going to practice with the same thing? Nigeria need to,
I'm not aware of that, but
he's coming. Don't worry, I will send it to you. It's coming. I will send it to you. I have people from there that are pushing it. I will send it to you. But let me, when we finish, I will send it to you. You see, these are some of the things you are talking. You good on nothing. It's so nothing. So that's my point there, bro. Go ahead.
All right, thank you. So back to you, Ajanle Koko, to round off your thoughts. You see, people are angered. Just that apology seems that's the tipping point. Now, just don't maintain your arrogance of ignorance all the way through. What do you mean you are sorry, Ajanle Koko?
Well, one man, we cannot accept I'm sorry from him, and we cannot accept I'm sorry from their party. We cannot accept I'm sorry from all of them. It is left for us as people, particularly those of us that we seem to know better than everybody, the educated one, the middle class. It's left for us to come out now and save that country. If we sit back and we don't do anything to mobilize and do whatever we can do in our capacity, particularly using this platform, another platform, to call on the middle class to come out and save their country, the country will collapse on everybody and it will consume everybody. Will it consume them? Obviously, no. They have all it takes to run away from that country. They have looted so much. A lot of them are citizens of another country. They have investment. They have money stashed away in foreign accounts. They can run away. All of them have jets, private jets. They have helicopter. They have everything. Everything that belongs to all of us, they are stolen it, and they can run away. But it's with the people that we left behind that we suffer and suffer and suffer the effect of bad country. So we have these Ohanese boys that have started something yesterday. They issued out a statement. They want to sack their politician from the east. They have opened up. They have opened up an opportunity to start taking these people down. So it is left for others across the country to follow suit. So we just must not promote any one of these people. We must not speak for them. We must not promote them.
Ajanle Koko, sorry, sir.
Yeah.
Now, if they have started something like that, and maybe now they want to do something like that, the next thing you hear now is people from I don't know where, whether it's south or Midwest or north or southwest. You see people coming out saying that these Igbo people, they don't want to, they have started. Instead of everybody joining the momentum and transforming the country, they will turn it to a tribal thing. And that is why it looks like it's only the Igbos that are, that's why it's easier for people to call them troublemakers or people that, because they are the only ones that are trying to make, that are taking actions. Let me put it that way. Other people are taking actions in their mind.
Well, so those guys like
in CBD, we covered that here yesterday, by the way, just so you know. We covered that story and we all celebrated it. So you and this your yam talk, you know, yeah.
So we celebrated it here yesterday, and we have advised one man to email.
I've sent him a DM to the guy on what I could find on his Instagram. So I've DM'd him.
One man who? What are you guys celebrating? What did you win?
No. Yesterday, the Ohanese youth, they came out to alarm that they are fed up with the way the East is being run, and they are tasking all the young people to get their PVCs and encouraging the parents to force their children to encourage their children to get their PVCs, because they want a total clear out of the tried and failed politicians in the East. So they are going that route, and we were celebrating that as more of a potent politic than the traditional Nzobo shouting. And
I have a problem with that.
Hold on.
I have a problem with that too.
Oh, God, please, Radio Biafra. We are not doing shouting this time around, Radio Biafra.
Never shouting.
You will shout because that's what you do. But
you don't make the man voice.
No, I know him now. You don't know him, but I know him. This is what he does.
We are all one people. Let's love one another now.
All right.
I beg.
All right. But I know we were celebrating it. That essentially is what it is.
What I'm thinking, what about if these the bribe ones that like to bribe go to the parents of these people? You know, there is a lot of hunger in Nigeria now, and give them some money. Do you think they will encourage? Don't you think people sometimes, because of situation, could lean towards this?
Exactly. They will still use money again. They will weaponize poverty. Yeah, they will weaponize poverty again, like they've always done in every election, in any electoral campaign or whatever. They will just weaponize the same poverty, the struggle of.
Well, if we are able to get the guy to come on, then he can tell us in detail what his strategy is.
One man, you know, hunger.
An excellent idea.
You know, hunger is a weapon.
Don't let us be talking of hunger. Hunger does not mean that people should not do the right thing.
In Nigeria now,
hunger is when we have Tinubu as Jagaban in Lagos. Weaponizing poverty.
We should not be talking about hunger all the time. We should be able to counter these people. We should be able to tell our people hunger, that they will give you money that you will eat in one day, and you have to be hungry for another 4 years.
You've not eaten for a whole day or 3 days, and someone gives you food and say, do this. You think they cannot manipulate you?
This is what we want to tell them. Don't take money from them. Vote.
We have to find a substitute for them to feed, because to feed the belly is life.
The substitute is to vote the right people in the right position that can work for them, and not these criminals that have been in all this position for the past 20 years. No,
we have to see what you see. If someone is hungry,
then when you are talking about this hunger, that means you are surrendering to them.
We're not surrendering.
What is the solution to it? Solution is to take a different course by taking them down. So don't let us accept this hunger. We know that
a hungry person don't think right.
That we can let him think right, because he's poor, because he's illiterate, he cannot think right.
We need to contribute money to
voting in Nigerian elections or selections is going to help people to move forward in a contraption like Nigeria. Tell me.
Look, let me tell you this. The option that we have now to take our country back is to kick all these politicians out of power. That is the first step.
Kick them out and bring who? Yeah. Don't you know that
Hold on. Okay. What are you going to do? Do you want to carry arms?
No.
Do you want to carry arms? What do you want to do?
Civil disobedience is the way forward.
Disobedience for what? Forget about civil disobedience. That cannot solve problems. Just forget about that.
It's happening in other countries.
They will send military after you to kill you.
Exactly.
They will send military after you to kill you. They will send. They have seen the way they have killed all your people.
Don't they do it even when you go and vote?
What of when they rig the elections?
Civil
Exactly.
disobedience is not.
You can prevent election
Civil
rigging
disobedience
when you
Oh,
people
man.
stand up
American civil
against
rights
them. You
in
can
the
prevent
US.
it.
Ajale Koko. Sorry, civil disobedience does not mean violent disobedience.
They will come and kill you when you are talking of civil disobedience. They will tell military how to come and kill you. That is it. We saw what happened in EndSARS. What are you talking about?
That's not
And you believe by going to vote, you're going to kick out these politicians? Northerners from Nigeria Republic, Somalia, and all this to come and vote. And you're telling me you should go and line up to go in the hot baking sun.
Has worked all over the world. Civil disobedience has always worked.
It's very, very pathetic and shameful. It's pathetic and shameful what is happening in Nigeria. Just
civil
imagine.
Disobedience is the way to go.
Look at what is happening in Nigeria.
Not violent protest.
Nigeria is not a normal place. That's why the West want it to keep going. That's where they grow fat.
Man,
you are talking for civil disobedience. What was EndSARS? How would you describe EndSARS?
Do you know civil disobedience? It doesn't mean that you have to march on the streets
because they would
you can just decide you're not going to. You boycott a lot of things. They won't come and carry you from your house to go and participate in some things that
how is the sit at home doing now in CBD? How's that? What effect has that had?
Just imagine if it's a countrywide thing.
It's been tested for long enough. What effect has it had?
It has had effects.
It make your people plural more. What are you talking about?
Is it
you want to sit at people that doesn't have food to eat at home? You want them to sit at home?
Look at this.
Which sitting at home? Does sit at home going to solve the problem? How many Nigeria can boast of food in the south that can last 1 week?
Those who went out don't even have food to eat. So you don't go those who sit at home.
People that cannot sleep, they can't have enough food to eat for 2 days in the house. And you're saying they
go
sit at home.
Don't have food. How does voting in Nigerian selections, put food on your table?
What are you talking about?
You're castigating sit at home, civil disobedience. So I'm saying
what impact has it had?
Use that British accent and ask them question because
you think civil disobedience is a walk in the park? We need to join up together. The more we join,
nobody will join up in foolishness.
What do you mean foolishness?
Foolish. Yeah?
So you believe in doing the same thing that Nigerian people have been doing for many years? That has not brought them any
narrative.
Oh my goodness me.
One man, you're the one that brought the sit-at-home topic. Nobody was talking about sit-at-home.
For the same thing.
Are you not talking about civil disobedience?
Is that sit-at-home? Why are you reducing the whole thing to sit-at-home?
Is that not an example?
There is hunger in this country. Nobody should use that to
do you want some kulikuli?
Those who went to work have no food to eat. Not all of those who sit at home. How do you mean? Sit at home for what? For Nnamdi Kanu? Why? Hunger never beat you for Nigeria. That's why. You go work. You go no alpha.
All right.
Well, Nnamdi Kanu is the one leading the push for everybody emancipation from this contraption called Nigeria. That's why you should follow him.
What is he leading? They've sacked him. Sacked him.
Come on, sacked who?
They have sacked him.
Sacked who?
What is that? Is it something? Mrs. Kalu
who had to replace him?
Mrs.
Why do you keep following fake news, Mr. One Man?
Mrs.
You
Kalu.
keep following fake news. Stop it. She is the secretary. Hold on. You live in London. The director is being held up illegally in a dungeon. So who's going to renew the
One man, I know you must bring in IPOB and then
They did not bring in IPOB.
That's always the case. That's always the case.
Radio Biafra that brought it in.
IPOB and Biafra is foolishness, is nonsense. But when it comes to Yoruba, it's tilt and guide, right?
Exactly, yes. We know where your politics is, Mr.
You
One
are
Man.
a host, and you just have to be balanced, not to be trying to joke to someone else and use language that are not, admissible.
Let's be happy.
Exactly. And the same one man now, and Ajale Koko. I hope you people will help us tell all our brothers and sisters and the mamas in the west, in the southwest, not to Dobale for Jagaban. By the time you send call all those
it is our tradition to
now and
Dobale
give
now.
them
It
something.
is our tradition now. We're a Dobale culture now. For
You
elders.
Dobale for you can Dobale for the right people. Dobale for the right people.
If somebody,
Don't Dobale
if you see someone, if you see Tinubu, you will say what's up. You will Dobale now, as an elder.
You don't Dobale for Egunje.
Haven't you, in CBD, haven't you been listening to me campaigning hard against Tinubu?
No, you're right there. That's what I'm saying. I hope you will help us.
Yeah, I'm doing my own part.
Obviously, Ajani Koko is balanced. You know, it's clear.
And one man is not balanced.
What do you mean? I mean, I'm not balanced. What are you talking about?
One man is always one-sided. He's not balanced.
Me, I'm not balanced. I facilitate for all voices now, and I ask you to defend your position. Should I let you sermonize? Should I let you spread propaganda? You don't want your opinions interrogated. You don't want people under pressure.
Come and equally with your sister.
You can stay. No, you see, you are educated. You can stay at that course and challenge and not be using words like foolish. You are the host.
No, it's a foolishness now. When people are sitting at home and
starving,
and you are using gun to force them to not come on the streets. That's
all of you, please behave yourselves. You know me, I make trouble sometimes. But this is your own.
Please, let's not turn it to IPOB argument again. And then
when you say gentlemen, are you including in CBD?
My brothers from the east. Let us say the truth to ourselves.
Alexander, no frowning, please. It doesn't suit you.
Sit at home. Sit at home cannot work. Sit at home we kill poor people in the east and everywhere in Nigeria. It doesn't work because average Nigerian cannot boast of the food for the next day. They can't boast of it.
Can we boycott? Can we boycott government? Wait, Ajani it's not only sit at home. Can we boycott government backed or government owned commercial services? For example,
which one?
Well, for example, you know a company that does something, and you know that the owner of this company is
which government company function in Nigeria?
You can't. Which other one? There's no one that is functioning in Nigeria.
Which one functions in Nigeria?
This is in CBD now. It just works.
Let's support only private owned people that have no affiliation with politicians. We support only their business.
There's nobody that is doing business in Nigeria that are doing well that does not have affiliation with politicians.
Exactly.
There's no business in Nigeria.
Collaborating with them.
Look, that nation is going down.
Such as the petrol stations, boycott the petrol stations. Is that what? Look at it, CBD. What are you
Ajani Koko, don't you think Nigeria going down would be better for everybody?
Boycott the petrol stations.
The only lucrative business in Nigeria today is politics.
It's politics.
And ritualism.
So that is where we are.
That is where everybody wants to kill to go there and acquire power. Yeah.
Yes, power and then loot the resources, steal and do whatever you want to. So what we are saying now is that it is time for us that we claim to be educated middle class to come out and join and kick these people out. It is only when you can kick them out of power, that is when you can get your country back. That is when you can start to work out things among yourself, how you want that nation to be governed. But if you want to sit at home and say, civil divorce, it cannot work. People will come out. If you say you want to boycott election, some people will still come out and vote. And the little vote they get, they will assume position of authority and they will rule you. They will rule you.
They have to be widespread.
Let's hear from Alexander Gomez, who makes his cameo appearance. Let's hear from Alexander.
I was just going to say the last thing.
In CBD. Because Alexander will leave in a moment. That's what let's hear from Alexander. Alexander, let's hear from you.
Well, here for me in terms of what topic exactly?
No, we were talking about Buhari coming out to apologize for the lack of electricity and fuel in the country, and this seems to somewhat irate people that how dare you? You are the petroleum minister. You put yourself in that position even though you lack the competence. You forced yourself on us via the barrel of the gun and run the country down, and you're apologizing for lack of electricity and lack of fuel. So what about the killings? Where's the apology for that? What about running down the apology? So that apology seems somewhat to annoy people.
Yeah, it's unforgivable. The sixth largest exporter of crude oil. We don't even have. I spoke with my brother who wants to be a governor. He hasn't had electricity for 6 weeks.
Yes.
Doesn't make any sense. I mean, it's criminal. It's criminal. I mean, I don't understand how that country is being run. It doesn't make any sense.
That degree failed.
We need, unfortunately, the only person from my business. Unfortunately, the only person from my business.
The problem we have in that country.
Unfortunately, the only person that
Sorry, carry on, Alexander.
Unfortunately, the only person that I can see turn the fortunes of that country around was sworn in as governor of Anambra State. I don't want to hear this Peter Obi thing is a joke. Peter Obi can't. Nigeria is too big for Peter Obi, man. Well, we need someone who's internationally proven, someone who's respected in the international community, a renowned
Don't worry, they'll
economist.
soon make Salute to be a joke soon.
Excuse me?
Don't worry, they will soon make Saludo to be a joke soon. The system of
Nigeria is too
Nigeria.
big for
That won't be saying that won't be saying much for the Igbo people because he's running an Igbo state. So I'm thinking that he's going to turn around.
Yes, he's running an Igbo state, but in a Nigerian contraction country.
Yes, the same thing
where you're not allowed
now is
to run all your roads.
The same thing happened when Fashola was governor of Lagos State, and I think he did a good job as a governor of Lagos State. And so Saludo is 3 times more qualified than Fashola, 3 times more qualified. So I'm expecting wonders from him. I'm expecting that state, Anambra, to be the pride of Nigeria. And that's the person that we need as a president. All these Jagaban, all these people they're just there to enrich their pockets. They're not there for the common man. That's not what they're there. That's not what they want to. They're there for the status. I'm the president of the most populous black country in the world, the most relevant black country in the world. We don't need that. We need that country turned around. I want to see Nigeria the way it was when I was a teenager in the early 70s, and I'd move around London, and because I say I'm a Nigerian, Oyibo people want to associate themselves with me. That's what I want to see in 2023. And these guys that we're talking about are all a bunch of jokers. They have nothing to offer. And going back to this Bianca and Obiano's wife,
yeah.
That is the biggest. That's the biggest classless thing that I've heard of in a long time out of that country.
It's unbelievable.
You know, it's a shame. We have Agberos as governors and first ladies of Nigeria. I mean, this guys, to use Ego's expression, they're not fit for purpose. These people are not fit for purpose. Let's elect people who want to be there to serve the people. I mean, Ghana. Every time I swear I must make a confession here. Every time I hear Vin talk about Ghana, I get upset because Nigeria is talking, Ghana is talking. How? But they have one thing in common: they are patriotic people. They're patriotic. They love their country, and they won't do anything to bastardize, pardon the expression, that country, that small country with the small resources called Ghana. We have all the things that could make us a first world country, and we're shouting there's no electricity in Nigeria for a whole month, a month and a half. That's a joke. That's annoying. That's sickening. It doesn't make any sense.
And Ego is telling us that he has electricity for 1 hour. Eh?
No, Ego is
I'm not talking of 1 hour. I said right now I have electricity in my estate. That is what I said. Right now there is light in my estate. As I'm leaving the house now to check my staffs, there is electricity in my estate. That's what I'm saying. I'm not telling you that the national grid has not collapsed. There is a collapse. There is a problem with the light. There is a problem with everything. But as I speak to you, there is light in my home, is what I'm saying. It collapsed does not mean that we are in darkness.
I was thinking of this.
For how long?
One man.
Hold on, you go. Chineke me.
Okay, listen. I was thinking about this platform yesterday, and I was thinking of the way one man will play around with words and use his big grammar and all that. And I came to the conclusion that the problem is not Nigeria. Nigeria is not the problem. The people are the problem. Let's examine ourselves. Let's do a forensic investigation of who we are, and let's see how we can make that country the way it's supposed to be. God has given us the best country one can have. Like one man said yesterday, it's a pride. I'm proud to be a Nigerian, you know. But the people that govern the space are not fit for purpose. You can't blame the country. Please blame the people. Over to you, one man.
All right, thank you. All right, thank you, Alexander. Good to hear from you. Let's go on from you, Alexander, and let's go to Bia and have her speak on that space. We hear that Igbo women are tough, Igbo women are tough, but they are taking it a little bit too far. Kung Fu fighting at Soludo's inauguration. Bianca Ojukwu, Mrs. Obiano, you know, this is, of course, it's not surprising though, because the Easterners, they do have peculiar ways. Bia.
Why must we put Igbo in this thing?
No, it happened in your state now. It happened in
Why did we not talk about this when Tinubu's wife was jumping up and down, causing problem everywhere? Why did we not say Yoruba women?
Yeah, I'm tired
Why did we not say Yoruba women?
Now. I'm getting tired of rowdiness. He's giving me
headache now. Look at that. She matches up to her, yanks her by the wig, and whacks her in the face. The first lady to the patriarch.
Look at the way she's even dressed. She looks irresponsible.
Look at
like
that.
A street woman.
And
See, look at her.
Look at Bush Bash. Look at that Bush Bash. That is
Imagine.
The inauguration. No? So now, so is this the toughness of the Igbo women that we hear about?
It's not about. I want to say something, one man, and please don't stop me or just let me land. Yeah. What I want to say is that I've spent a lot of time in Yoruba land, and a Yoruba woman tore my cloth publicly just because I did not buy the market I prized. And we did not even agree that I was going to buy it. But the mother of that woman had to kneel down and beg me because I just looked at her and I didn't even know where to start. Even having a black belt, I would have killed her, but I felt you won't die in my hand today. Do you know what I mean? So it's not about ethnicity. Anger is a problem if people can't manage their anger. You can think first of all, then you feel, and then you take action. It's not everyone that would take a combusting action upon another person, inflicting pains. There are many ways to deal with someone, but going for physicality is a sign of weakness, I believe. You can deal with someone intellectually and other ways, you know, and the person will get what they deserve. So I believe that Bianca should follow with a lawsuit. And also, I believe that ethnicities in Nigeria, the Women Association, have ways to deal with people like this woman who's not only brought shame to herself, to her marriage, to her family, but to her society of being a woman, womanhood. You shouldn't treat another woman like this. It's like you have a man, or you're even married, you catch your husband with another woman and you start beating the woman. Why? It takes two to tango. You can't just beat another woman because you got two of them together. You shouldn't think that way. Fighting is not going to resolve anything. So it's condescending, bringing yourself to the dust. You can't fight dirty. You need to be posh in certain ways. So that woman, I believe, maybe
you don't think there's an ethnic undertone to it. You don't.
No, I don't think so. I believe people are made by many things. Your background plays plays a role. Your genetics, peer pressure. Do you know the kind of people you mingle with? Stuff like that. So
one man, there's an ethnic undertone to your cap. This cap
please
you're
now
wearing.
Now. Look at that. You like my cap, Papi. Just say you like my cap if you like
You
it.
are appropriating the culture of South people, of Igbo people.
This is it now. I'm with the Creeks. I'm with the Creeks today. You know.
Okay,
this is
I think you guys are having fun.
This is for my brother his own. When he comes, I wear it again.
And Iho as well. Iho is one of them now. Abi.
Igo is not Creek now.
Is it not Edo?
Igo is not what? You say
Are you from the Creeks?
He's a Edo man now.
I'm from what creek?
No, this Cross River, all these people that live on water.
Edo State, they dress like what?
I'm not from the creek. I'm not from the creek.
All these are Dokpolo sort of.
Iho, you are an Edo man.
So I'm not an Edo man. I'm a Robo man. Complete Robo man.
Okay, what I want to say is that this.
Why is the complete? Hold on. Igo,
also, I live in the creek. Also, yes, I grew up in the creek, like in Patani, in Bayelsa, all those areas. I grew up in all those regions, but I'm a typical Robo man.
You misunderstood.
Why is the complete necessary? Why is a complete Robo man? Can you not just
yes, I'm a complete Robo man because
is there an incomplete one? Is there an incomplete one?
Yeah, there is an incomplete one because when you are half, you know, then you became an incomplete one. But I'm not half. I am complete mother, father, Robo direction.
Now, you don't mix with Yoruba. You're not a complete Yoruba man. If you are a complete Yoruba, you'll be living over there. You don't date Lagos, they drink Lagos water, they chop Lagos amala. You're not a complete bitch.
Look at yesterday when he was driving and you were telling him where to turn, where to go, telling him what street it was. This one, you are in Lagos and somebody in America is telling you where you are. Look at that.
I was the one that told you where I was first before you started, saying that you want to.
No, you were saying one street like that. And Nigeria Lekoko was telling you the street you are on. And you are saying, no, you are right.
That will answer me in Lagos. They're not
don't worry.
I
can tell them to corner you now. Do you want me to tell them to corner you now?
Is my right hand man. If you don't know, I can't tell you, say I want to apply for Agberu Shema also.
All right.
Just tell us where you are now. We call my boys to come
grab you. I just got into Talk Mainland Bridge. If you look at the place, bridge, let me get it. You will see vehicles, you see the pile up. Those are people coming from the island. And I'm heading to the island.
All right. It's all about timing, isn't it? You time yourself against the traffic. That's how to function.
It's dangerous to be driving and talking.
As I'm going, there is no traffic. When I'll be coming back, the traffic also will be down also. So this is how I walk in Lagos.
Iho, that wasn't what I was trying to ask. I wanted to find out from you. This hat one man is wearing, do your people wear it? Your tribe?
Yes, the Robos, that is their hat.
I'm a Robo man for the day. This is for you and I.
Yeah. That's what I was trying to say.
What do you mean you own it? Are you Max and Spencer's? Are you Max and Spencer's? What do you mean you own it? Look at this guy.
We own it. Now me get the cap for you wear one man.
And look at this guy.
One man has not finished
it from me.
All right. Back to Bia.
So what I was saying is that woman is like money misroad. Imagine when someone is from certain, maybe I don't know her family background, if she's from a well-to-do one, or families that have been in 419 or stuff like that, money misroad. So you found yourself in position, you now start overdoing. You forgot how you used to be, a bit poor, struggling for money. And imagine if this woman catches his man with another woman, what will happen to the woman? That would be, acid. She can't control herself, especially publicly. And then to go and touch Bianca, our honorable, Bianca.
Everybody loves Bianca, even
the woman of my heart. The woman I respect so much.
And she's striking, and she's very, very, very beautiful
calm.
still.
Even when she's speaking, she's very.
You know when I say Bianca or Ojukwu, you know where I categorize her. I categorize her with people like Grace Kelly, Zsa Zsa Gabor, the classic beauties of the time.
Even Diana. Yeah, she's
Diana, she's a classic,
Yeah. So that woman didn't do well. She didn't even do herself good because they are living power now. I wonder what is going to happen to her. She's rubbed her name in the mud. Not just her name. Her husband should caution her. And Obiano, if you're listening, or anyone that knows Obiano, you need to go and educate Obiano that person in his house is not a well-behaved woman. A woman that even if you've got anger, you can talk, but taking it into action to inflict physical
But you
pain.
have anger issues too now.
No, I don't, one man. I have a strong voice and I have an opinion that counts. I am a speaker and I am a freedom fighter.
I'm not a rebel. Everybody, we all know now.
Believe me, I'm not a rebel, woman, but if I have a I have a voice.
All this that you
One man, I have a voice. And I have black belts in Taekwondo, and I don't fight physical. Imagine. So when you do Taekwondo as a sport, it's for control. You don't hit a person because if you do, you lose your license. You know that. So I don't fight physical, but I come here to learn and as well know how to address issues, to mingle and communicate with people from different backgrounds, different ideologies, so I can be able to run my business, because this world is a very, very deep ocean. You need to be mentally strong. So that's what I'm doing. I'm training myself. So that's it. You don't know me, woman.
All right. Thank you, Bia. Bia, for reasons of time.
Bia, you mean you can't fight?
She can fight.
I don't fight. I don't fight because if I fight, if I fight, the person will be gone. So why should I fight when I know that you don't know?
They will charge you now because you are licensed not to fight now, right?
Yeah, you're licensed not to fight. Yes, that's why I can't fight, because you don't know me. You might see me like ordinary woman, and then
I understand. That's why I say you're a rebel now. It's those guys those guys see you like ordinary woman. From time I didn't see you like ordinary woman. From two languages, I know that this Bia is a rebel.
Yeah,
I'm not a rebel. I've got a voice.
It's Eastern Security Network. This is it.
I can never be that one man. I cannot.
I
believe in pen and paper. We go to the court and I deal with you there. That's it.
All right. Thank you, Bia. So for reasons of time, let's go on to Nsibidi. So Nsibidi to the eastern quarters is just this thing, So we're going to Anambra State and we are going to the goings on there. They pretend and pretend to be elegant ladies, but very quickly the genetics kick in. Two fighting Anambra, but it's not on the streets, it's on the high table. Bianca Ojukwu gave her a slap and Mrs. Obiano gave her an ifase. Is this something that is peculiar to that culture in CBD?
Oh my, you're very funny. I know exactly what you're doing. But the truth of the matter is that if it's about class and money and all that, someone like Remi, or what's her name, Remi Tinubu, I'm sure Tinubu has more money than Obiano now. So why is she harassing people, trying to fight on the road and abusing people? So it's not about, and we did not say it was a Yoruba problem when we saw all this harassment from the first lady. So I wonder why you're saying posh ladies and posh that. But let me just move on. I don't want to go into the rabbit hole that you are throwing on my way. But now what I'm going to say is this: the thing about that woman is that we don't know what she has committed a crime. What we know is what we have seen. She public is what harassment or whatever it is. Yeah, that's if Bianca wants to press charges, she should press charges. But we have seen what is there. But if you now try to go back to it, maybe there are other things that will come out that will be like, was it really something like this that happened? Because you don't know what happened between these two ladies. You don't know what will make a woman in a public place like that stand up and go and approach another woman. You don't know what was said behind the scenes. Women things sometimes are very...
No matter what was said, you have to go and slap that woman. What was said? That will make her go and slap her.
I agree with that. It's not something that she should have done in the public and just go and, that's a crime now. I totally agree with that. But one thing I know is that people did not vote for the woman now. So what is all this? Is the husband they vote for? So let her.
You know, that is how that this administration will be remembered now. They'll say, oh, it was that one that slapped Bianca Ojukwu. Anything good or bad that he has done, the way he left is how people will remember him. That one that went and slapped Bianca Ojukwu.
She has entered the history book now. Maybe for the wrong reason, but she's in the history. Nobody now will forget. I've not even heard about the woman since she was there. This is the only time I'm hearing about her. So maybe she has done.
Is it envy? Is it because Bianca is more elegant, prettier, more striking? Is this it? Is it jealousy?
No, I don't think any of that. I don't think women are. You don't know. We don't know this. You see, personally, I can't speak about these people. I'm only speaking on what we saw. It is wrong for you to go and attack someone physically. If it is in a developed world and maybe there's a security guy by the side of Bianca, he could have even shot her or something because you don't know what she's trying to do. So even if
I was just thinking when you were just talking along those lines that off the back of this, it's almost certain now that Bianca will be carrying security with her now.
Yeah, I'm sure she should. Of course, she was not expecting something like that to happen there, but I'm sure she always have security somehow to, with her. She has been an ambassador. I don't know to where, but she has been an ambassador of.
Was it not to Spain under Goodluck Jonathan?
Yeah, she has been an ambassador and all that. So she's a high-profile woman, and the only thing is that we don't know that it was just me. I feel like it's a personal issue that was handled in a disastrous way by the wife of the governor. But it's some personal things that so personally, I can't say I'm defending Bianca or anybody because I don't know what happened. But the only thing I'm defending, the only thing I'm speaking against is the action of that woman in a public space like that. And
as an Igbo man, should you not be an Ojukwuist? I expect you to be raged that your first madam was assaulted.
I'm Ojukwuist now, not Biancaist. I'm Ojukwuist. You understand? So I understand what you're trying to say, but we are not going to be taking sides like that. And also,
CBD, you are not womanist. Are you saying you're not according at least a little bit of that respect from Ojukwu? Move it to Bianca a little bit. At least Mrs. for that surname, eh?
Oh, yeah, sorry. By the way, I also Bianca, she's a beautiful lady, obviously. Everybody, I remember those days when I'm seeing her, I usually wonder that I wish I was a politician. Maybe if
who is more beautiful, Bianca Ojukwu or Oshiomholo's wife?
Who is Oshiomholo's wife again?
You know that Cape Verde
girl? That is not a black woman now.
She is Cape Verde. Okay, I don't know what you're talking about.
Is she a black woman? I think she's.
She is a black woman. She's a black woman.
No, but she's definitely mixed with the Portuguese and something like that, right? So obviously, beauty is in the eyes of the
beholder.
But me, I will always go for Bianca Ojukwu because I know her. I grew up with her. I admired her as in an innocent way.
Look at this guy. Look at this guy. Innocent what? You are no different from the rest of us now. We all know what we're thinking. Look at this guy. Innocent what?
Yeah, so I hope she I hope the governor's wife, if you ask me what I think she should do, let her apologize to that woman. I mean to Bianca Ojukwu.
Publicly, publicly, not in secret.
Yeah, let her apologize to her publicly and let her apologize even to her husband and to the people of the state, for such an irrational action. So that's what I think, but I don't think going to police and doing all these things, what exactly will it yield now? Where are they prosecuting governor's wife and in Nigeria? So the thing is that they should just apologize and move on,
All right, thank you.
CBD. You know what I believe? I believe they should rub Agbaluku on her.
What is that? Agbalumo? Why would they rub Agbalumo?
Agbaluku, so that she will learn her lesson.
Yeah,
What's that? Itching powder? Is that itching powder?
Yes.
But peace, you know, peace can be a very humble pill to swallow, but it's worth it. After some time, I'm telling you, if these people go for the route of peace, after some time they will be they'll be very proud of themselves. But if we start going fire for fire and all these things, it will just make things worse.
She needs to deal with her jealousy. I believe, women, I'm a woman, sometimes it goes beyond what words can say, actions. You don't know what may have transpired, but jealousy definitely will be part of it as well, because it's like, okay, your husband is Ojukwu and you founded APC, and so what? So I can give you a public show and disgrace. And that is the beginning of her downfall.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The reasons, we should not get into the reason, because we might be shocked what the reason might be. But let us get into the action. Whatever was done was very wrong. But the reason, I don't want to get into that, because it's something we don't know about.
All right, let's go on to Igor, because I need to round off soon. So Igor, let's come to you and have you speak on the Buhari apology, and as he's giving orders to his staff. So that's Igor being the boss man, taking charge. Yes. Where's my beer and the pepper soup? You, did I not tell you to clear that space?
He's talking to a woman. There's a woman there. He's talking to a woman.
No, Igor.
I'm joking.
This is it. It's drinks and pepper soup and women. That is all the daily activity. Drinks, pepper soup. No, that's why we're mocking him, in his absence. Yeah. He said he was going to check on his workers, so I think that may well be what he's doing. So, Igor, we did try to come to you, but we're not able to reach you. So we've reached the 2-hour mark now, so I'll start to round off here. So I'll leave it there. Carry conversation with you in the comment section, but here I say peace.